Hey folks, Steve here. How you doing? I am in the middle of a Polk Smart Bench build, and I have all the parts over there. The dog holes have all been drilled. I mean, oh, life is pretty good. If you have all the templates done, I think it's a 6 to 8 hour build, so it's a day, just a day. If you have to build the templates, maybe a day plus, depending on how fast you work. For me, since this is the first bench I built since 2019, that I wanted to make sure that I didn't make mistakes. So I just took it slow. I checked everything, kind of, measure twice, cut once with everything, just to make sure that it was going to come out perfectly, in air quotes. So now that I have the momentum going with this bench, and I know, where could I make mistakes, and where is it going to go smooth, and where should I just kind of pay more attention, then when I go to build the Smart Station and possibly an additional Smart Bench, that it won't take that long. So I'm assuming for me even, it would just be a day build, especially now that I have the templates. No problem there. So I have all the plans in front of me. I'll talk to you about that just very, very briefly. And I got some stuff I want to share with you. So let's check this out. Right over here, I have the Smart Station. Here I have the Smart Bench. This is the one that I'm building. And over here, I have the Smart Cart. Not the Smart Cart 2, but the Smart Cart 1. I have that. I printed out these at the same time because I wanted to verify that any templates I made here, I could use there. And if there are special templates for that one, that I could make them at the same time. And that worked out very, very well. So I'm good to go between these two sets of plans. I will be building the Smart Cart very soon, and so I just wanted to make sure that I had the Smart Cart out, I know what I'm going to do, and I wanted to check the hardware. Now here's a cool thing. These plans, when you're looking them up on a computer on a PDF, you actually have clickable links. Like here's a video on building the Smart Bench. Right here, the materials for actually getting the Smart Bench. And that's true with the Smart Station and the Smart Cart, and I believe the Smart Cart too, although while I bought the plans, I haven't printed them out, and I haven't really looked at them, I don't think. And if you click on the link for the materials, it'll actually take you to Ron's store. I think he and his wife keep that store updated consistently. Whatever materials you need for the Smart Bench, you can order them. So let me show you what I got in for the Smart Bench. One thing that just arrived today is the strapping. This is like webbing. I basically make straps. All the buckles and the stays are in here. And this is for the sawhorses, so you can strap them to make sure that they don't splay too far. I went to my local hardware store. It's a do-it-best store, and picked up hinges for the sawhorses. I needed 4 per horse, and I'm building 2 sets of horses because I'm going to also do the Smart Station. And so I ended up with 9 of them. I'll have 1 extra. If I decide to build a third bench, I buy 1 more pack, and then I actually have 4, 4, and 4. While at the hardware store, I went ahead and picked up these. These are screws that you can use to assemble the Smart Bench. You can actually buy them online on Ron's store, but I noticed what they were and knew that I could get them locally, so I just went ahead and did that. Countersink fast cap screws. And the driver that will allow me to drill and countersink, create a countersink hole for those particular types of screws. This is what it is called, and I like the looks of this tool, so I'm anxious to use this. Ordered some fast cap longer screws that have the countersink head. Some assembly required, but these are the casters for the Smart Cart. And again, I purchased these online, so these are the casters that Ron used and suggests for his Smart Cart. And this is the Smart Cart 1, and so I'm very anxious to actually have mobility on my bench. Earlier, I ended up buying a chamfer bit, so I installed that so I can chamfer all of the dog holes, which I have already done. This lovely box right here holds the Parf system. It's the Parf Guide. It's the Parf Guide Mark II, and this allows me to lay out to CNC accuracy all of the dog holes, of which on my bench there are exactly 200 of them, I believe. On the plans, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that he has them both in imperial and metric, and I really appreciate the metric. Everything on this bench that I did with this build is metric. All of these parts, there's the top and of course the bottom's behind it. This is my practice board where I learned how to use the Parf system. All of my templates are there. The remainder of the parts are right there. All of this designed using the metric, and metric actually is more precise than using imperial fractional. So I would encourage anybody to use metric. I went ahead a long time ago and I got one of these fast cap all metric tape measures. This has been just really, really cool to have for this build. However, I do have metric and standard on the same tape measure, also by fast cap. And I have a lot of just regular old tape measures around, so I'm not hurting for tape measures. So just look at this comparison. Between 8 and 9, you have it marked to the 16th like most every standard tape measure, and you're going to get 15 lines, 15 divisions between the 8 and the 9. With the metric starting at the 8 if you go over 9, instead of 15 markings, you're going to get 25 marks in between the 8 and the 9. And that, with more marks, gives you precision. And of course, with the marks being closer together, you can even estimate in between those marks, just like you can with the 16th divisions. And so I really appreciate the metric system with 25 markings for each inch that you have. That is incredible as far as being able to really dial it in and be very, very precise with any measurements. So I'm really excited about this bench build, actually wrap it up. Making all the parts was fun. It was nice just to take my time and really consider what I was doing and just have a good time with it. That's all I was trying to do. I'm not fighting a clock to get this thing done because I have to have it on the job site tomorrow. But that's fortunate. So I have a luxury there in that I have a little bit of time. Now that being said, it's been really cool to kind of get all the parts in and know that I can actually do final assembly because I have everything else that I need, and now I have the unique parts. Very excited about these casters and building the Smart Cart version 1. It's the version that I know that I want to use at this time, simply because of how I'm going to have to store all these benches. I'm going to have to create that cube, like he calls the packed up cube, in order to kind of store these. And having the other kind of cart where you have the different casters, I haven't seen him create a cube out of that. I haven't seen him pack it up, and I might have just missed the video or two. But without that, I know that the one system works, so I'm going to go with the Smart Cart 1s. If when it comes right down to it, I can build the Smart Cart 2s later and get rid of the Smart Cart 1s or repurpose that lumber. So I'm excited. To move the ability to move a bench 6 inches one way or the other it's phenomenal. To move that bench I have outside without any wheels, it's problematic. It's not convenient. So I'm just incredibly excited about that. You all take care, have a great day because you deserve it. If you would like to subscribe, way to say thanks. And I hope to see you on the next video, and if you ring that bell, you'll get notified when I drop one. Build video, right now I have a bunch of hours, I got to condense it down, and of course I have to do the assembly yet. That'll come out at some time. I think I have a sneak peek or two out there just with various things that I have done along the way. But I have a complete build, within reason. It's not going to be a how-to. Ron can do all that, it's his bench. But just to show you that this guy, this goofball here can build one and have a good time with it and have it come out and be, right, is really, it's motivation for you, it's inspiration for you to say, if this nut job can do it, I've got this. And yes, you do. All right, y'all take care. And again, like I said, I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.